Alright, so I kind of wanted to show you what all is involved in doing these connectors. Now this is in the driver's side footwell. As you can see on these connectors, there's a lot of corrosion, a lot of crap built up on them, all this stuff because this has been submerged. Here's an example of one of these connectors where they've been all butchered and torn up. I'm not going to get too much into that on these. I don't have time for that. Okay, so first we're going to start with this connector. What you have to do is get in here and pry the safety tabs off first. So, get in there, and this is just for this first connector. See, it's a little sheath that slides over the connectors that holds them in place. You'll see this one still has it in place, has the little smaller fittings for the pins. It keeps the pins from sliding out. That's this piece, see? So the first thing, we've got this off, okay? You can even see on this, there's corrosion and a little bit of crap in there that's built up. It's not much, but it is there. It does affect it. If you're of the opinion that, oh, a little bit is fine, then you take a shit somewhere else, because we don't do that. A little bit is fine. It has to be perfect, otherwise you can't eliminate it from possibly causing other problems. Okay. Now, I've actually already pulled this one apart a little bit earlier. And this is one of the pins that was broken off out of that first one. It was actually this top corner right here with the blue wire. So I'm already going to have to replace that one. There are a couple other ones that are not broken. These may or may not break. But what we have to do to get these out is there is a tab here and also a tab inside the back that you have to push down. So, what you do is you take your first depinning tool, dig down in there, and you want to pop the tab up. Then over here, you're going to pop this tab down, while at the same time pushing with your fingernail. And if that worked, this will pop straight out like that. Once that's out, we can inspect it. We can go in through with a brush, kind of clean the inside of that connector out. I've got another brush over there that we use for that. Scrub the outside. The important part is the inside, so you have to get down and you can kind of see all the way through that connector. Almost see my finger on the line on the other side. You have to clean out in there. That's what actually makes contact with that. So you clean that, reinsert it into that, and then move on to the next one. And if in the instance like this one, where they break, because there's so much corrosion on it, like I don't know how well you can see, but this thing is completely green, and see if I can focus in on that. Yeah, it's green, all corroded, and then the wire will completely just corrode and break and fall off. And so on this one, much like on many other ones, we have to actually put a new one of these on there. You have to strip the wire back. You have to crimp this one. Come on, focus. Crimp it on the back side and then re-put it in. And just in this bundle right here, this is the driver's footwell. This connector is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 pins there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pins there. You know, I mean, on each of these connectors have dozens of wires. And we literally have to go through on every single one and do that. And see how these are, all of them are just corroded and filthy. There's salt all over all this. I mean, if you look down at the floor right here, see all that crystallized salt on the floor? There's calcium and crap in all of this. I mean, you know, this is all this crap. This is all salt and calcium and shit. So that's what we're dealing with this. That's where we're at right now. I'm waiting on more of these pins to come in. There's a couple of connectors, like this connector right here. I gotta pull this up into the frame on the bottom. You can see the corrosion that's already in there. I can't even get this connector apart. I was tugging on it this morning. I'm gonna have to soak it overnight, let it try to detach itself. Because otherwise you'll end up with shit like this getting all fucking mangled and broken. See that? That connector's not worth a shit. That connector has to be replaced now because somebody before me decided they were going to just jam a screwdriver in there and try to pry that thing out of there. And if you look on over here, See, there's a lot of this stuff on the fuse block too that's been all mangled and broken and cracked that somebody's already been prying on. So I'm having to go back and undo all that as well. So that's where we're at on the Infiniti.